Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So they tried to ban self-defense in the state of California. They tried to turn California into a duty to retreat state. But you know who didn't let them? You guys didn't let them. It's because of people like you that AB1333, better known as the duty to retreat bill in the state of California, has been withdrawn. Let's talk about what happened. Now, real quick before we get started, if you're somebody who supports the Second Amendment, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That little alarm bell will keep you notified when new videos come out, and a thumbs up is always appreciated. So with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what happened to AB 1333, the anti-self-defense duty to retreat bill that was introduced by California Assembly Member Rick Zbur. Now, I made a video about this bill the moment that it was introduced, and I gotta be honest, it's been a while since I made a video that got people that fired up. And the reason that they were that fired up was because it essentially took self-defense in the state of California and it threw it in the trash, because California doesn't have a law in the books right now that says that you have a right to stand your ground, but there's nothing that says that you have a duty to retreat either. And so self-defense was treated like the right that it is, which is just self-defense. If you're faced with a threat, you can deal with that threat right there. You didn't have a duty to retreat, but AB 1333 would have made it law that you would have had to find a way to retreat before defending yourself. If there was a way to safely retreat, you had to take that option before confronting the situation that was in front of you. It was yet another bill that favored the criminal and put rules and regulations and laws on the defender. So it took away the defender's rights and basically gave them to the criminal. This was an absolutely terrible bill. Now, because so many people got heated and so many people expressed their anger and frustration about this bill, it finally caught the attention of the bill's sponsor, Rick Zbur, who put out a statement on Twitter saying that the information that's being put out there is misleading. But it's not misleading. The information that we were putting out there is the information that came directly from the bill. But now we knew that we were getting his ear, right? He understood that people were pushing back against this. And it wasn't just us. As a matter of fact, from what I understand, there was even people within his own party that didn't like this bill. Now, I, for one, think that this bill was written probably by Mounds Demand or written by Everytown, and then he just introduced it. That's my own personal opinion. I don't know if that happened or not, but it was backed by those two groups, and they were really pushing for this bill to go through. It was a Bruin response bill. So I think he was kind of caught off guard when so many people said, hey, this bill turned self-defense on its head. And he basically had no other choice. He was facing so much backlash over this bill that he decided that after he amended the bill, which is something that he just did yesterday, after he amended the bill, he was going to withdraw it. And that's what he did. So thanks to intense pressure and scrutiny from people like you, AB 1333 has been withdrawn. But that doesn't mean that it's over. AB 1333 can still be resurrected. We're still in the California legislative session. They can still gut and amend a bill. There's still ways for this to come back to life. So we have to stay on top of it. We have to keep watching for this bill to pop up again. But at least for now, you guys managed to get this bill stopped. And that's something to be proud of. Bills like this should not be allowed to exist. Again, another bill that favors the criminal over the person who is trying to defend themselves. It happens far too often and it absolutely needs to stop. But again, because so many people spoke up about this and because so many people made a stink about it, AB 1333 is gone, and I wanted to share that with you. This is definitely a great way to start the weekend. It's fantastic. But let's stay vigilant. Make sure that this bill doesn't come back again, ever. Thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. You guys have a great weekend.